Hello everybody, I got you played and well, I'm back. Yes, to, to be honest though, I already back for more than a kind of week. Is because, like I said before in the last video, what I published, I was traveling abroad to Europe. So so I'm here to tell not only to notify I'm back, but also to share my experience to you guys. And the last video, some people say it was a great idea to make it a Q&A video. So this video is my share of my experience and some Q&As, and I will, and there are people who give me some questions here. So and I will answer the questions, and I'm gonna give you a shout out. But of course, I'm very sorry to took my absence. I'm very sorry for my absence is because is my traveling, and today is the thing of the time zone. So my time zones, I have to get used with the time zones because I was out for a while, and because of the things I was out, so I need to get used with the time zones back here, and not only with the time zone, but also to get rest because it was super rush. So here's the thing. I spent so here's the thing. I spent 2 weeks traveling abroad, traveling by bus on the Euros, and the first day it was in Madrid in Spain, and we arrived super late, kind of late on Madrid in Spain. We don't have so much time, and plus the airplane travels is very tiring. You be stuck in here, sitting in a chair doing absolutely nothing unless to watch a few movies. Thank goodness, thank goodness the nowadays the airlines now has this small screen which you can see movies and stuff, or watching TV series. Kinda, you have small series. You have one seat for for a type of series, but mostly it's because of the movies. Most of people spend, or it's just fall asleep, and that's what I do. I watch 2 movies and then fall asleep the entire plane. To be and the problem was, and like I said, it was tiring. Not because of that. Is another thing is when I was in the plane, I slept. I was in the corridors, the main corridor of the plane, and to be honest, is the best place of the plane. Why? Because yeah, sure. Everyone say, "Oh, I want to pick the window because I want to sit down outside." Yes, it is good though, but the problem is depending on the hour, it's kind of useless. For example, oh, I'm gonna see the wind or the outside the window. Okay, but it's night, so we're gonna see nothing. So nothing. So what am I gonna do? Sleep. And it was kind of the problem was and the good thing about another bad thing when you're in the window is I need to get out and go to the restroom. I go to the restroom. So it's very tight space, and you bump into you bump into a lot of people, and the awful thing is, the person next to me is sleeping, but I need to waking up here to waking up to release the space, otherwise I won't get out. This is the horrible to be stuck on the window. So the best place on the airplane is stuck being in the middle of the corridor, because when you're on the corridor you have more free. You have more free, like, and when you rest your legs, your feet, and you have it's more easy to get out to go to the restroom. But anyway, when I arrived in Madrid, it was late, so everyone's tired for the airplane. And so what we do, so we just go to the mall. It was very close to a hotel, and we explored the mall a little bit here and that, and we ate the first dinner in her hotel in my in in the in the mall in Madrid. And then after that, we just sleep, and of course we immediately get up because the bus is already waiting for me and for me and many others who want to go to this bus guide, but the bus tour to through the Europe, and 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 the first day I was quick visit in a town in Zaragoza, but it was not to see the many things. It's just only a quick stop to lunch, get to lunch, and to go to the restaurant, and then go after that to go to the bus. Because the next place it wasn't in Barcelona, and then in Barcelona we visit some. Yes, we should. We visit some famous places on the Barcelona, and after that we on our own to see to explore more, and not only more, but also to see the famous cathedral made by architecture named Gaudi, Spanish named Spanish man, which is very famous. Uh, Spanish architecture, which build a lot very complex things, which is when we will see that you'll say, "Wow, how do you manage to build that and make it pretty?" And plus, this cathedral it has more than 100 years and it's still not finished. Yeah, so the cathedral is freaking huge. It's beautiful, everything, and it's huge. And like I say, it has more than 100 years. It's not yet complete, but it says that very soon it's gonna complete because we have because the technology of nowadays. But man, still, it's not easy though. But after that, we wander around a little bit on the Barcelona. We make a dinner, and after that, we pick a cruise slash ferry boat because the bus it was on the ship, and we spent a night and day on the. Well, it's it has things of the cruise ship. You have pools, you have the casinos, everything, but it's not super fancy. Like I say, but it's not super fancy. It's not like Royal Caribbean and MSC. And despite for example, Madrid, but technically speaking, Barcelona is not my first time I visit Barcelona, but before I get the main course of this major trip, which is the most beautiful place that I visit. Uh, it's not my first time I was in Europe. But on this trip, it was my fourth time in Europe. But my first time it was in Rome, and then I picked a cruise ship and play some great places and wander at the Mediterranean Sea. I go back to Rome. My second time it was in Paris. I will spend a week in Paris, and my third time it was in Portugal. I think, I don't remember. I think it was a week, but I remember I spent a few days in Lisbon, and then after that we spent on the rest of the trip on Porto. It was a good place, yes, but it's not my cup of tea, and I won't go back over there. It's bad country. It is good though. It is very calm, quiet, but it's not for me. Like everyone has some own preference, but for me, I didn't not gonna like enjoy. I did enjoy, but it's not a place which I want to go again. Like For example, Rome. For example, on next for example, on this week, on this year I went to, it's my second time I'll be in Rome, and I want to go back again. And Paris, my second time, I want to go back again. Florence, also my second time, I want to come back again. But anyway, anyway, back into my trip. Like I say, it's my fourth time, and I will split my three times. And after that, we go to Italy and go to Rome, and we spend kind of 2 days in Rome because first day I had to go to the hotel, and the next day we'll pick the hotel in Rome, and then explore the major parts of Rome. And like I said, it is good though for those people who like um, ancient history, like Roman and mythology, or even religious. But even though religious, because I visited the Vatican and in Rome, it is good though. For those people who love history and this kind of stuff, you're gonna love the Rome and the Vatican because there's a ton of reference of the history class, which is my favorite subject of the high school. It is my favorite subject of the school. So seeing this IRL, not in the book but in my own eyes, is amazing, and you kind of feel that, especially when you go to the famous Colosseum. The Colosseum, man, you feel like a gladiator. And yeah, sure, if you study gladiator history kind of stuff, it sucks. It's horrible, but like you say, you kind of remember that, and of course you remember the greatest one the greatest movie, which is Gladiator. Awesome movie. If you don't watch, I recommend watch it. It's an amazing movie. You can feel you can analyze the pieces over there. And the same goes if you saw another movie, which is Angels and Demons, which is the entire movie is seen on Rome. And you see famous landmark on Rome, like you see the Vatican, you see the St. Peter Square, St. Peter Cathedral, which is I was there, I saw it. It was a I saw, well, and of course I saw many things, which in the movie is like I say, in the movie is kind of fictional kind of stuff, but there is some parts which is true. True, I won't say of course, but see that it is a totally kind of a reference on the movie. It was cool though. Not only that, but also, like I said, you saw in the movie you see many a few landmarks on the Rome. Not only the Vatican, the Castel San Angelo, or AKA the Castle of the Angels, which unfortunately I didn't visit. The Castle of the Angels, I heard is very beautiful, and unfortunately, despite it is my second time it was a Rome, I missed the opportunities to visit the Castle San Angelo. But anyway, back in the thing after visit to see the Vatican. In the Vatican, we go to see the Colosseum, and like I said before, is total reference of the movie or the Gladiator, and you kind of feel, and like I say, you will do love history. Go over there, check it out, and then we slept in Rome, and go the next day to Florence. And for the folks who play Assassin's Creed 2, you're gonna love Florence and Venice, because after Florence we visited, yeah, some parts famous on Florence, which is good, which is really beautiful. And then after that we sleep in Florence and go to the Venice. And like I said, who play Assassin's Creed 2, we're gonna love that immediately, because you saw a tons of reference of the famous landmark on these both two cities. Uh, like you kind of feel you transport back in time to the Renaissance, and feel like that you are part, wandering around, in the city. Not like assassin, of course, but like you feel back in time. And and yes, despite I see all these major things, unfortunately, which I don't have time to explore more than that, to visit the museums, to also see the cathedrals, or explore more than that. So because, like I said, this booster guide stuff is in a schedule, so we have to respect the schedule. Otherwise, how the fuck are we gonna go back to the break country, right? So after the Venice, we pick it is the longest bus trip ever, but we pick a but we go to Italy. We kind of pass through three countries. We go was well no I'm going to read from all of that. We kind yes we are in Italy, and then we go so we pass to the borders of France, and then we pause the border of Switzerland and go see the Geneva. In the Geneva, you see many like important things. Like you see, because it's what's it called? The health organ. I think it is OMH, which is the World Organization of Healthy. Important big stuff from every world come to me, like the O uh, ONU, like everything which every single country representing which great leader represent the country go and the meeting. It was quick. Not it was quick though, because and unfortunately I had too much time to explore because it was quick. We spent a lot of time on the bus trip, but it wasn't kind of, I could say, a bad trip, a bad part of the trip, because we see the famous Switzerland Alps, which is beautiful, the Switzerland Alps. And yeah, sure, despite we spent a lot of time in the bus, we see the Switzerland Alps that were really beautiful, and you see many uh small, like the old villagers from the medieval times. Yeah, we saw that in the middle of the trip. We saw in the middle of in the middle, like I saw a small old church, old castle, and like you feel back in time. Back in time when during the medieval time, you're wondering what the holes, everything. Yeah, you feel like that. And of course, it is a detail, very you know it's a very beautiful. Like, yeah, sure, I rather take a bullet train, go immediately to the place which is quicker, way quicker, and you can enjoy the place way more time. But still, you see how the landscape of the mountains, the forest, everything, how well it preserved, and and feel like you are a part of the fairy tale. And it is kind of bizarre though, but it is quite charming. But anyway, back to the thing. After the Geneva, we go to Paris in France, and Paris, oof, with 2 days in Paris, and 2 days in Paris, which in Paris, there's not too much to see. It's like I said, we have a time schedule to do. So we go only to see what the famous the Louvre Museum, where the famous greatest art pieces is there sculpted, and not only art but also historical. Like I say, I love history. And when you saw the Louvre Museum, it was immediately back in the history class, and I saw the reference and everything. I was like, there's a famous painting, or a huge painting where the Napoleon was being crowned to be emperor, which is true though. And of course, you see the famous Mona Lisa, and a few more famous paintings of the Leonardo da Vinci. And not only that, but also you see. But also, when it's in Paris in Louvre, it's also another relevance of the another movie which I like the most, very much, which is Da Vinci Code. So in the Da Vinci Code will appear the Madonna of the Rocks of Leonardo da Vinci. It is there on the Louvre Museum. It is beautiful, but also another paintings, two more paintings of Da Vinci, and of course the famous Mona Lisa, which is his real name. If in case you don't know, her name is Gioconda. Yes, her new name, her new the new name, the real name of the Mona Lisa is Gioconda. If in case you don't know history, but anyway, there's a lot of famous painters over there, and one of the famous and another famous paintings is a famous painting of the French Revolution, which is a woman carrying the French flag, leading the revolutionaries against the monarchy of the French. It's painted famous by Delacroix. It is very good and it is beautiful. Like I said, everything is beautiful. The statues the statues there is a small plaque which is signed who is the statue, and there's a many god and goddess from Greek and Roman mythology. Well, technically speaking, historical speaking, when Roman was formed, the Romans say, okay, what are going to be the question about our religion? What going to religion going to follow? So many Romans, since the architecture was literally the same as the Greek, they say, oh, just pick the Greek mythology and put it on Rome. But of course, they changed the names. So, if in case you don't know, Hercules, the famous Hercules, his name is Roman name. Hercules is Roman name. The true name in Greek is Heracles. Heracles is Hercules in Greek, no, in the Greek. And the same goes about Ulysses. Ulysses is the same goes about Ulysses from the outside. The Ulysses is a Roman name. The Greek name of the Ulysses is Odysseus. Yes, it is true. It's Odysseus' true name in Greek. And of course, they changed not only the famous heroes from Greek mythology like Hercules, Perseus, Ulysses, but I think only they kind of keep the same is Achilles. Achilles, I think the Romans keep the same name Achilles. They change the name, but every major god they change. Like Zeus is known as Jupiter. Poseidon is known as Neptune. Aphrodite is Venus. Hermes, the god of the messenger, is Mercury. Ares, the god of war, is Mars. Hades is Pluto. And so on and so on. And Athena is Minerva. And like I said, so on and so on. You will see this kind of stuff, and the same goes when you see the famous Venus de Milo. When Saint Venus de Milo, it is that, it is beautiful, but like I said, Venus is Roman, is in Greek is Aphrodite. But it, like I said, if you know that in history, you're gonna check it out. Very cool though. And of course, there's a large exhibition on the Louvre. We see Egypt. When you see the course, we usually when the people go to the Louvre, they chase down the famous one like Mona Lisa, the Venus Milo, and many others. But usually this true, but there's a turn to see the Louvre. The whole idea to see the entire exposition all over with counter representing art and everything. You had to took 3 days. Yes, exactly. 3 days to see everything in the Louvre. It's a lot of things to do on the Louvre. And of course, after that, we pick a boat uh, to see to travel to Sina River, the Siena River, and it was I think it was the coldest part. The coldest part when I suffer because I go for you guys it will be the autumn, so the autumn start to begin to be more chill to begin ready for the winter. And when I was there, and of course many places when I was there, I barely carry a super heavy, thick clothes. I only use what a jeans, a t-shirt like that, a vest, scarf, and jackets, gloves, and a beanie. Nothing more. And of course I use a mask because you never knows. But still, this is my kind of outfit I'm wearing every single day when I'm in Europe. So the but since we walk a lot, so there's a lot of and plus there are days which is very sunny and it's not very chill though. It's very hot. It's not very chill though. It's kind of very warm though. But you since you're carrying so many clothes over there, you can start to super warm. So you will start to remove that. But anyway, uh, but but anyway, after Paris, we go right back to Madrid and Spain. So we spend a small time in Lourdes, which unfortunately, because of the time schedule, we had too much time to appreciate the time. We just go over there, make a dinner, and then go to sleep to the hotel, and then go out. And then after that, we go to San Martin. Also a quick visit. Also a quick visit, just a quick visit, don't spend too much time. We just go over there, I make a lunch, buy some few souvenirs, and go immediately go to Madrid. And then after Madrid, we had a lot of time to explore more, so we go to the center of Madrid. Yeah, sure, we saw things and some few landmarks of Madrid. And that's it. After that the next day we had to go back to we had to go to the airport. So, but since our flight it was at night, so it was So we spent a entire day doing super boring. So we do go. So we go back to. So we pick our pick our bags. We leave the hotel, and we send the hotel to to take care of the baggage. So we go once again to the center of Madrid to explore a little bit more everything, and then after that, and then when the time is out, we go back to the hotel. We go back to the hotel. We spend a few times over. We spend a few hours until the bus will pick everyone and go back to the airport, and we go home at the airport, and boom, we come here. So it was so we spent 2 weeks doing that. So we spent 2 weeks. Entire thing we do we to spend for 2 weeks. In my experience, it was great. Very exhausting because of the rush, but very good because you see many places. You experiment a lot of different food. you make new friends on the way you make new friends. Also, so much so these new friends that I make, they are now my subscribers to YouTube. So thank you. But anyway, but anyway, before, but anyway, yes, sure, already. Oh, it was quite kind of quick, but I since I had time, and plus, like I said, it is also despite this video is starting my a is my sharing to my experience to the video. It also is a Q&A video, so I I'm gonna answer the question and you're gonna give a shout out. So the first question is for Red Devil, aka Acid Metal Gaming. What's up, buddy? So his question. So he said, go check it out. So check it out. It's an amazing channel over there. I'm gonna pick it down below, Red Devil. So here's a shout out for you. So here's your question. What's your favorite location and why? Oof, man, it's hard though because on this trip, I think my favorite location will be Rome, Florence, Venice, and Paris because of my because of my knowledge of history and of course the reference of movies and movies and games on the place. But mostly it's because of this. But pick one is hard though because it's done like I say is this trip on the road is my fourth time, but this is not the first time it was traveling abroad. My first travel abroad it was in Colombia because a cruise ship over there in the tropical islands over there. It is good though, but I don't like heat. You know, I freaking hate the heat. You know, I'm not a guy. Yeah, I like the beach, everything, but I not like to stay on the beach, big the sun, to be bronzed out to my skin, everything. To be honest, I hate that. I don't like that. For me, what I like when it was on beach is the sea and the wind. The sea and the wind, you know, to swim out, to dive in. That's what I like. Not doing that. But I'm not. But like I said, this is my first time. It was traveling abroad. It was 2014 when I was traveling abroad, and then we like so much. In the next year, in 2015, I I realized, technically speaking, everyone's childhood dream, which is go to the Disneyland. Which you go to Disneyland, and it was fantastic. To be in every place when I visit, this is my best what I've experienced. The best. Not only because I was in Disneyland or see and visit many other major theme parks like the Universal, the Sea World, and Busch Gardens. No, not only because I visited on these places. It's because it was America. You know, like I don't know, I have a affinity for American people. Like I love so much about the concept of the American, and every time when I go to America and I really wish to move and live to America. And whenever I go back to Brazil, I feel kind of ashamed because I saw many things here and there, but it's there. But anyway, asking your question, Red Devil, is on this street right, Devil, is this? Is because on the history is Paris, Roman, Florence, and Venice because of my historical thing. And of course, I was in Japan as well, and Japan is good though because of my see, and despite well, I am Brazilian, but my family is Japanese, so I born and raised in a Japanese name. Hell, I have my Japanese name, which is Yuji. Yuji is a Japanese name, and visit Japan is the same go to visit your ancestor where you live, and If we really, and I like Japan because of the cultural part of me being me, you know. But anyway, answer your question, Red Devil, is this. So next question goes to Barker Gaming. What's up, Barker? What's up, Barker? Here's shout out to you, Barker. Go. Here's a shout out to you, Barker. He also has a messy content. I'm gonna put the link down below. He asked me, okay, how did it feel to explore great sightings on Earth? I was amazed by what I saw. Yes, it does. I feel it very amazed by exploring the sightings on the river. Like I said before, when you're watching in the bus, and see the small villages, everything. You feel like you're back in time to medieval times, and when you go to in Rome and Paris, and Venice, and Florence, you're back in time. You see historical everything, and you saw that, and it was amazing. Uh, I, and like I said, I really wish to go back once again. We'll go over that. And Parker, I know you're London, you're Englishman from England, and I was in London once. I was in London once, and I want to go back again because it is beautiful. London is a very great place. It is very beautiful. But unfortunately, I was spending one day in London when I was in spend a week in Paris. So pick a bullet train and go to London. A quick visit to London. I really wish to go back. But answer your question is kind of this. It was really amazing, and I feel amazed when I saw everything. So here's your question. Will answer right there. The Barker, you have my full shout out here. Next is these games. These is what these games. What's up? These? He asked me this game. So this game. Big shout out to you, this man. He was also be down below. This. Why my experience meeting European people and the nicest food? Well, my experience to meet these people is very normal. Like for example, it's very polite. Like for example, it's very polite, especially when you know how to pronounce the language, or if you don't speak English. Because if you case don't know, some people will try everything to you understand when you just say everything, and for those people it's kind of annoying. It's kind of begin to rude, but for me, what it did to me, was very polite because I know respecting English. But for the people on the bus which don't speak foreign language, don't speak foreign language, I think they had a little bit hard time to to feel like that. And food, food. Oof, food's. Oh man, food is hard though because I spent a lot of food, kind of food, but mostly what I ate is mostly pasta. And to be honest though, the nicest food that I ate is pasta from Italy. Great pasta that I ever ate. If you like pasta, like spaghetti, carbonara, um, pizza, gnocchi, lasagna, you're gonna love it because man, it was great food. But of course, French, yeah, also great dishes, everything. The croissant on the French, good, very good, very tasteful, very well balanced, well balanced taste. Very well balanced because it's not very greasy. It's also not very heavy on the stuff. It's very healthy, very well balanced. But as your question, it is this, man. And before, oh man, oh gee, oh man. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up right now because I want to conclude with an amazing thing I want to say. So another question is from Captain Nisi, Sandy, Captain Nisi Dunsky. What's up, Captain? So, he asked me, is there any place where you've been? Oh, so, is there is any place where I have been that I not have been or would like to go? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Like for example, when I was in Rome, there's a tons of landmarks which I didn't see, and I want to see it again. Like for example, like I said before, the Castle Angelo is everyone says it's beautiful. I don't know. I didn't see that. Why not go back? I really wish to see again. Paris, there's a lot of things to see. Like I say, to see everything on Louvre, it has to be 3 days on the Louvre. So to see after to see everything on the Louvre, I had to see another thing which I like to go to see. And well, now now places like country and everything. Well, to be honest though, I really like I said to Barker and well to you, I really want to go back to visit London once again. Not only London, but visit England in general to see to visit England in general, or even the UK, like visit Scotland, visit Wales, play and North Ireland, Ireland também. I want to really visit one of these places because I don't know, but I kind of feel like a connection on history, and plus I want to know about history in the place, everything. So these are the places I want to go. So here we go, Nisi, on the question in Western. A big shout out to you, buddy. So here's another question for Cosmic Verse. Cosmic Verse. So here's shout. Hey, here we go, Cosmic Verse. Here a big shout out. So here we go, Cosmic Verse. So big shout out to you, Cosmic Verse. So once you want the highlights you must see on your travels, I think my highlights is to not only see these new places, these famous landmarks and historical places like you feel in the history class or everything, but also all the great highlights is to taste, new food, see cultural perspective, and and being experienced of that. So they great highlight experience the place, and a place like you can for example, like I say, the pasta is super great. Not even Brazil can have the same quality of pasta that I ate when I was in Rome. It was in Italy. It was very good, everything. But taste kinda something different when you never saw that. I want to try that. Like, for example, is the same go about? It's gonna be sound silly, but it's a brand of sodas. Sodas have the different brands when you go to another country. So, oh, I never seen this kind of brand on this in my country. So I want to try that. It is a highlight experience because you never taste it like before. You never saw, you never taste, so you want to try it. And of course, you try, you feel that. And of course, not only that, and not only about like I said, food is exciting, and you feel like you being part of that. And of course, there's a thing about the language. And speaking of the languages, uh, I I kind of learn a little bit here and there, few words in Italian, in French, and in Spanish too. And speaking of language, what's up for you, Infinity Phoenix? He asked me the same thing about, yeah, what is like to do you have language issue what you do in sort of cases. To be honest though, since I speak English, I didn't have a kind of a awful experience. The problem was is the person who didn't know how to pronounce speak English, so they changed a little bit. But the problem, I think, my issue is, for example, French is they speak too fast. So when it start speaking to me in English, answer my question, it speaks so fast, which I didn't understand a little, which I understand and almost nothing. I understand a little bit, but I was like, what? But of course, I will say what because it's kind of rude. So I say, I'm very sorry, sir. I beg your pardon. Can you repeat it out, but speak out, repeat out, but it speaks a little slower. And then they speak a little bit slower, and then I kind of understand what they say. But the problem, but the problem is for the people which is not fluent English fluencer like me. I think in my tiny trip, who is English fluencer? Me, and there is a Colombian girl which live in the United States, living in Miami here. Which lives in Miami, and no wonder she speaks English super very well. But I have kind of issues. Probably it was the people which it was that it was what they say. So it's trying to the many people for the Spanish was kind of easy because since Spanish and Portuguese has the same connection on language because then both are Latin. Since Portuguese and Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian are the same ancestral part of the language, so they kinda understand a little bit here and there. But the problem wasn't when it was in France. France, for these people, they suffer a hard time because they don't know how to speak. They don't speak. Only they will have to wait is on to speak in English. And like I said, for me, I had never had an issue kind of stuff. So here your question answer for you Infinite Fist. So big shout out to these games, Barker, Captain Easy, Infinite Gaming, Cosmic Verse, and AC Gaming. Big shout out to you guys. I answer all your all your amazing questions, and I hope in the future of this kind of video on this vlog had more than that. But anyway, before I conclude on this video, I'm going to say this. It is an amazing place. The taste is good, the food is good, and you kind of pick a lot of things and kind of compare to your current situation on your country, your home country, and and we do a lot of things and of course a lot of people, and of course there a lot of difference between here and what was it there. Uh, but man, but people, this is only kind of personal thoughts. You should take it in a kind of super serious. Like, well, like I said, everyone has his own taste. Like everyone has own taste, own preferences. Like for example, I like heavy metal music. Yeah, that's right. I like heavy metal music, but there are people who don't. And the same goes about movies. I like this kind of movie that person don't like. The person who like horror movies, horror genre. I don't like. To be honest, I depend. There are some good horror movies, good, but there are which I don't. Where I'm not a big fan. And there are people who like romance, love, everything. I don't. I freaking hate it. It's so boring. It's so cliche. But there are people who like it. It's the same about comedy. There are people who like uh, dumbbells like comedy, dumbbell comedy like Jackass or like Jackass, like people who don't. So anyway, everyone, like I say, love has his own preference, and of course for and of course for all these places that I've been on this trip, what I want to really go back is Rome, Florence, Venice, and Paris, and Paris on this trip. For the all overall trip that I've been through, I will go back once again to America, to the United States, to Japan, to Rome, Venice, Florence, Venice, Paris, London. This is the place I really want to go back once again. And America is not. America, I was there 3 times. I was not only on Disney. In the same year after that, I will go to Las Vegas. And unfortunately, in 2019 or 2020, I don't remember. I was in LA, but unfortunately, it was a time when the pandemic started. So unfortunately, I had not time and how to explore that, because unfortunately it is the year when the pandemic or the coronavirus starts. So I will only stay for 3 days and then go back, because the pandemic actually started to gaining a rise. Because of that, and plus the U.S. government, it started to clear a full quarantine in general for the entire country. So after we see that what the freak is going on, we just pick the thing. We have spent 1 day to enjoy to see a few points on landmarks of the LA, and then go back immediately to Brazil, and then the pandemic, and the rest is history. But this trip abroad is the first time since the pandemic started. So it's good that we once again visit. I once It's good because once again I going back to travel abroad like that. And for you folks, if you see me in luck to see you guys over there in the middle of my trip, or my trip will be kind of a lucky, but we will be kind of lucky, you know. But anyway, to conclude this, look, for you folks who never visit these places around where it was, uh, Madrid, Spain, Madrid, Barcelona, uh, Rome, Florence, Venice, Paris. For those people who never visit, at least these 3 parts. The others, like for example, Madrid. If I want to go back to Madrid and Spain or to Barcelona, I only to see the museums, of course, and the famous. I don't know how to pronounce this, but the famous touradas. There's the Spanish touradas where the bull is chanting out and saying "Ole, ole." And the bull racing, well, of course, I'll never go to pass a bit of bull race because I'm not freaking crazy to die of that, crazy to possibly then. Because come on, imagine everyone screaming their lines, and a bunch of bulls charging around, running like a hell, running, and you start like, run, fuck, the bull's coming after us, fuck, run. Are you imagine you're gonna do that? No, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I won't die over there. So, oh my goodness, look at the time. So, anyway, I only want to visit is Spain also. I want to see this. Not participating is only to see, of course. And I don't know it is true or not, but they told us where the El Matador killed the bull with a sword, plunged the sword on them. I don't think it exists anymore, because otherwise Spain will be charged for animal cruelty, and of course it is, animal cruelty. So I believe Spain has to stop this kind of stuff because it is very cruel for the animal. And like I say before, and like I say, it is too much cruelty to animals. So I doubt it's pain is to continue like that. So, if this part there is a matador killing the bull, no, I won't see. It's too much animal cruelty, and I won't see that. It's too much. But honestly, the famous the bull dodging and the race or the balls is for me is worth it to own to see. But and of course the museums. But the rest, I don't think it will be my. I'll say I would say place where I like to visit. In my opinion, okay, I don't know about you, but for me, I won't visit. I won't visit again. Like for example, I won't visit again to see only to see these kinds, but to visit again, no. It's the same about Portugal. It's good. It's a big country. It's calm, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't know why. I just it's why. I think it's the only thing good Portugal is because the connection between Portugal and Brazil. But you know it's there. Nothing more. The I think Spain is kind of for me. It's this like okay they use the besides the famous bull race and touradas. I could say that there's nothing more else to see unless the museums occur to see the famous paintings and art everything but for me in my perspective in uh, uh, historical places see the history and life and see many things fully uh, connection for me if I wanted to again go back I will be like I said these places Rome, Venice, Florence. Rome, no, wait, let me recap. If I want to go back to see this place will be Rome, Florence, Venice, and Paris. If this trip was available, go back and see London. But since it wasn't there, so you had to see on these four places. But it was good though. If I never see, go. It is very worth it. So thank you guys so much to watch this video. I hope you enjoy my thoughts and what I hope you liked what I thought on the airport and big shout and of course big shout out to these people who asked me and answer your questions. I'm gonna put the link down below. I'm gonna put the link of the channel down below. So check it out. These are the amazing guys and they're amazing guys. They have also amazing content. And of course, before I say goodbye, oh, here's a ticker. Like I said, I am a very prepared guy. So before I got out to Europe, on the week before I got out to Europe, I will record 3 videos for the next content of the Devil May Cry, which is also is ready to go. Is already recorded. Is already edited. Is already edited, ready to go to publish. But I decide to. But since I will go be out, so out for 2 weeks, it will be a lot of things to do, everything, and like I say, I want to share my experience for you guys. So my experience I already share. So these 3 videos you will see will be me in the past before I was out of London, Europe. So it was kind of confusing. So you're gonna see me on the past, but YouTube. Yeah, but it's crazy thing, crazy too. So you're gonna see me way later then. But the matter is, you saw my channel, you saw me, and you guys are amazing to continue on my channel and share to you. And plus, man, even though I was out, you guys is still watching my channel. And yeah, well, kinda because I saw that here on my YouTube studio, and my views got drop. But even though there are few people, which I said, which I appreciate a lot, even though I was out, there are people which is watching my videos. Even I was out for 2 freaking weeks. Even I was out for 2 weeks on the Europe, and 1 week after to get used on my feet. So you guys are amazing. So keep it up, man. You are amazing. All of you are amazing. So thank you guys so much to watch this video. You will see. You will. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see more video like this, a vlog with Q&A, go for it. I will respond to you. And of course, you will see me. Well, we'll be on the pass. But after all those 3 days or the 3 videos, now we'll see me in the next video. So bye bye everyone. I'll see you later.